In today's episode, we'll make the drip pattern. Take a shirt that's been soaked in soda ash, spin it out in a washing machine so that it's still damp, turn it inside out and fold it in on itself so that the two front halves are touching and the tag is exposed. Draw your pattern with a washable marker. For a complex pattern like this, I like to go back over the pattern again with my marker and then press firmly into the fabric. This will help me see the pattern when I flip the shirt and redraw it on the blank side. And then draw vertical guidelines with a different colored washable marker. Once your guidelines have been drawn, you can go ahead and start pleating. Keep your pleats as uniform in height and thickness as possible. And once you've pleated the entire line, go ahead and bind the shirt. I use sinew here, and later on, wooden skewers. As I mentioned earlier, I use wooden skewers here. This is because not all of my folds were even and the shirt started to buckle. I consider the skewers another tool or hack, if you will, to keep everything nice and even. Just slide one skewer under the shirt and place one on top. Then tie the two skewers together tightly on both ends. This will allow you to compress the shirt without it buckling. Continue to pleat along all guidelines using skewers if and when necessary until your shirt is completely folded and tied up. As Roy said in Blade Runner, time to dye. Starting with dark blue, we will dye along the line formed from the design we drew earlier after it's been folded and tied. And then we'll go back over it again to make sure the dye penetrates deeply enough. The next color is the primary fuchsia, and we will follow along the dark blue line we just made. We'll repeat this until the entire shirt has been dyed, switching colors. Colors used are dark blue, fuchsia, deep orange, lemon yellow, neon green, which is lemon yellow mixed with a tiny bit of vivid turquoise, and finally, a standard green. I use towels to firmly press down on the dyed segments. This helps to make sure the dye not only doesn't spread too much, but also to ensure proper dye penetration. Now we will flip the shirt and repeat the same steps we took for the first side, taking extra care to not oversaturate since the shirt is already half full of liquid dye. Once we have finished dyeing the second side, it's time to store this piece and let it sit at least 24 hours at a temperature of at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit. When opening, be careful not to cut the piece with your scissors or knife. After opening, it's time to throw this piece in a washing machine for 2 cold cycles and 1 hot cycle. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, have a great day.